G'day guys, Big V podcast here. We are back, round 3. We're talking seniors again for the second time. We're going to talk about the top 5 scorers thus far for Division 2 men, and there's quite a lot, all of them pushing over 20 points per game. It is early in the season. People have only played, 2, 3, 4 games, but we're expecting these guys to hover around these numbers consistently. Who are we starting with, Mark?
Why don't we start at the top, Ted?
Yeah, why not?
And isn't it good to see a Big V veteran in Pat Green sitting at the top of the list there?
Yep.
He's, I believe he might initially have been a Whittlesea youth leaguer back in the day.
Yep.
He's been around a fair bit since, but, his three-point shooting is ridiculous. He's shooting it at 62% on his way to 23 points a game, and in just 26 minutes, I think that can't be sort of undersold. I believe he had 31 points off 7 of 10 shooting on the weekend just gone. And, would somebody please put on a scouting report, just carry a hand?
Yeah, maybe. It would be nice. Now, I will touch on this quickly because it has come up on the Facebook page that on the starting 5 post. Someone reckons he looks like Chris Kaman.
Chris Kaman? He doesn't quite have the height of Chris Kaman.
It's interesting.
But Chris Kaman, does he have an okay three-point shot?
I don't know. I had to throw it in there.
Yeah.
I had to throw it in there. Let's move on. We got Adam Anderson from Altona, who's following very closely behind on 22.5 points per game.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to go see him at playing against Sherbrooke at Upway, and the way he took control of the game, particularly in the first half, just was a really efficient scorer. Didn't try and do too much, just sort of went about his business. And next minute I look and he was on his way to 28 points against Sherbrooke. So he is a very, very talented player. He sort of he's happy to play off the ball, let Nick Patel take control, and he'll just do his thing on the wing and chip away at getting at least 20 points a game, that's for sure.
Nah, crazy. Now, we've got to give props to this man because he's back in the league and we're stoked about it. He's back at Wallen. Who are we talking about?
The big fella, Akame Lalamand.
Happy to have you back.
Yeah, also 5 in 2022 at this level. And tell you what, he's returned and he's just continuing as per usual. He's got his 22 points a game and 13 rebounds a game. And, he's really getting Wallen some good early wins.
Absolutely. He's hunting that MVP prize, but, he's going to want that championship.
Yeah, I don't think MVP would be lovely, but no, he'll be returning to try and get Wallen the championship win and potential promotion.
100%. We got, just before we move on, we got Tyler Best, one of his teammates who's averaging 21 points per game as well, who is sort of in the discussion here, but we will touch on him because he's an Aussie and we got to appreciate our Aussies.
Yeah, and what a year he's having. Not a great shooter from beyond the arc, but just his ability to get to the rack and, as well as create for his teammates, I think has put Wallen in that box seat position.
Yeah, absolutely.
Early in the year.
Curious whether that CBL championship I believe it was the MVP.
I think he might have been.
Has given him that sort of boost leading into Big V this year.
Certainly looks that way.
Possibly. Now, moving on, we'll talk about probably one of the craziest shooters going around right now.
Yeah, this guy's got endless range. Christian Soderholm from Sherbrooke Suns.
Yep.
He, once again, I was out there when they played against Altona, and he was just pulling up from absolutely anywhere. And he's got this slingshot type action.
Flings it.
It's so far above or behind his head almost that it's away from the defenders. He's got good height to him as well. He can rebound the ball, doing so at 11 boards per game, but it's his three-point shot which is just stands out to me.
Yeah, look, he's tricky enough to scout because he's long and lengthy. You wouldn't really think he'd be this much of a shooter, but when you talk about his shot, it's so hard to contest.
Yeah, and you've got to be careful of him anywhere over the half-court line.
Yeah, absolutely. Last one we'll talk about is Samson Rocker from Altona as well. 21 points per game. He, again, is not a crazy shooter from the arc, but he's shooting 80% somehow.
Yeah, well, just serviceable. So he's How much percent did you say?
Oh, he isn't.
43. I was a little bit taken aback, but no, he does shoot the ball well, but he's opportunistic. He can do a little bit of everything. He's a pretty mobile. I think he plays for the 5 there. So he's really a really hard scout because he does have a lot of different tools. And he'll be stoked with the way he started the season. 21 points might be one of his better returns historically.
Absolutely. Look, that'll be all for us. Enjoy your Easter. We'll be back very, very soon, guys. Catch you later.